Peace everyone, Unmask Art here, and welcome back to the Drawing Journal. Alright everyone, so as you can see, I'm still working on this apple, but Anna and I, we are back from vacation, and I must say, it was quite fun. So we went up to Gdańsk, which is one of the larger cities up north on the Baltic Sea, and we spent 3 days up there, which was super fun. Though the travel wasn't the best, once we got there it was well worth the trip. But anyway, I'm gonna jump right into this apple here, try to finish this up today so that next week we can work on something a bit different. I don't know what yet, but something for sure. So yeah, I'm just going to give my pencil a quick sharpen. Really, the only thing left to do is kind of the details, the last little bit of texture in the skin, that kind of thing. But I have some values that I gotta get correct first, so I'm just going to use, what is this? This is a luminance 599, and I'm just gonna come in here, add some of the darker reds, and then blend it out one last time. And then once I do that, I'll finish up with the last little bit of texture. Hello, Steve. Thanks for coming to the live stream. I kind of did it a little bit earlier than I originally intended to today, but I usually do that with the drawing journals anyway, because I almost never start them on time. But glad to see you here. I feel like it's been longer than a week since I've been gone because of vacation and everything. But now that I think about it, I did do a drawing journal last week, so maybe for the schedule of things it doesn't seem off that much for many of you, but for me, I feel like I've been gone forever, which is really good because I've been feeling quite burnt out the last few weeks, so it's really good to just re-energize and get a little bit of relaxation. Although there wasn't a whole lot of relaxing going on during the vacation. It was mostly walking. We walked just everywhere you can possibly walk in Gdańsk, and it was a lot of fun though to see a bunch of the city and get some really good food. That was mostly, I would say that was most of the vacation, was just finding food and eating, which is my ideal kind of vacation. So it was perfect. But for those of you that support my channel over on Patreon, tomorrow I will be doing the live stream tutorial to make up for the fact that I missed last Friday. So tomorrow there will be a Patreon live stream, and this Friday there will also be another one. I already posted tomorrow's scheduled live stream over on Patreon, so if you got that notification, then you already know. But for those of you that may have missed the email or the notification for that, the Patreon live stream is scheduled for tomorrow already. All right, so last little bit of this red here in this main area of the apple, and then I think I'll switch colors. Hello, Silvern. Thank you. I'm really glad that you enjoy my videos. I appreciate that. And yes, thank you again. I did have a nice time on vacation. Fortunately, the weather held up. So the weather is a little bit finicky up north, and so when we first arrived, we were caught in a little bit of rain, but for Thursday and Friday, the weather was more than ideal. It was fantastic. It wasn't too hot, but the sun was out, and it was really comfortable weather to walk in, so we didn't get all hot and gross. Hello, Marie. Yes, I just saw the email that you pledged over on Patreon, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that. Tomorrow I'll be live streaming over on Patreon and this Friday, so it will be right around this same time as well, so hopefully you'll be able to catch that live stream, ask me questions and things like that on the project that I'm working on, and I'll be happy to see you there. Wendy, thanks for coming to the live stream. Good to see you. Now I have, real quick, I want to mention that I have a box. I just got a box in the mail and I wanted to open it up, but I wanted to live stream for maybe 15-20 minutes or so to give a few people the chance to come into the live stream to watch me unbox it. I'm pretty certain I know what it is, and if you've been listening to the live streams the last couple weeks, you probably also know what it is. But it's nothing fantastic or amazing or anything. If it is what it is, then it's not amazing. But I know it's always fun to watch people unbox things. I always like to watch people unbox things, so I thought I'd save it for the live stream since it just came in the mail today. I just got it a couple hours ago. This week is quite busy. So I wrote down my schedule today for every day of the week, and I'm going to try to get through a lot. I took a ton of video, roughly, I would say somewhere around 50 gigabytes of video from the vacation. So I'm going to be putting together a little vlog video, so you guys will get the opportunity to experience Anna and I's vacation together a little bit. You'll get to see some of the places that we visited, sites that we got to see, the food that we got to eat, and just overall our adventure together. So I'm going to be working on editing that video for the better part of tomorrow, alongside doing the Patreon tutorial tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a lot of editing, but hopefully I can get that vlog video done this week. I'd love to upload it maybe Thursday and have it available Thursday, because I don't want to wait 2-3 weeks or whatever to get that video edited, because then the vacation will be well in the past, or it feel like it was like a really long time ago. But I just wanted to get that video done as quickly as I could. Hello, Anna. Good to see you. Or good to, you know what I mean. Yes, Wendy, you're absolutely correct. Alright, let's see here. I think I'm just about done with this color. Just add a little bit more texture in here before I blend it out. Or switch colors. I need to switch colors a little bit. I'm trying to think of what color I need to add. I'm going to bring some more orange red into this apple here. So Anna, I was actually thinking, so a couple months ago or a month ago or something like that, we were talking about a trip up to Finland, right? And you were saying that you were moving, or in some way, something like that. I can't quite remember. But I wanted to check up on that, because I know that we were talking about visiting in the fall, and that's coming up pretty quickly. So I wanted to follow up on the details on when Anna and I can come visit Finland, because I'm already looking for my next vacation. So you'll have to let me know when the time is right. But yes, the trip was fantastic. Like I said, I'll be sharing the adventure soon enough with the vlog video of it. But yeah, it was super good, and it was exactly what I needed to just kind of unplug from the internet for a few days, get away from my studio, and just kind of decompress and get my thoughts in order. So yes, you're absolutely right. I did run into my first fan. Okay, so it was amazing experience. So her name was Dagmara, and she lives in Brazil. Okay, I don't want to give too much information, but she lives in Brazil. She's Polish, but she's lived in Brazil, I think she said like 10 years or something like that. But she was just visiting Gdańsk. So she grew up in Gdańsk, and she had only been there for a week or so when we were there. And we were walking the beach, and we were heading back towards the city a little bit to get food, and we just randomly took a left turn through Ronald Reagan Park. And when we were walking through Ronald Reagan Park, she was walking the opposite direction on the same path, and she recognized us. She was very uncertain. She says that she felt like she was going crazy when she saw us, but I don't want to spoil everything because I actually have the video interaction of this situation. But she was super sweet. She knew a lot from watching my videos and the videos of Anna and I. She's followed our story pretty much from the beginning, so she was just super delighted to meet us in person, and it was just a crazy experience because we weren't even intentionally going through this path. We actually took the wrong left turn because the map was a little bit not correct. So we ended up taking a left turn that we didn't mean to take, and we just happened to run into somebody that has been following my channel for years and is like a super fan, and it was just the most incredible experience that I could have imagined having while in Gdańsk, because that was the first time that I ran into a fan that was like, that came up to me in public and was like, "Oh, I love your videos," and stuff like that. And the funny thing is I didn't know her. Like, you know, if Wendy, if I happen to be in North Carolina, I'm guessing North Carolina, I don't know why, I think you live in North Carolina, maybe I'm wrong, but if I was walking around North Carolina or somewhere, wherever it is that you live, and you saw me on the street and you recognized me, then I would know you from my channel because we've chatted quite a bit. Same thing with you, Anna. If I was, you know, in Finland and we ran into each other on the street, I would know who you are. Plus, I've seen you on live streams, so, you know, I don't know if I'd recognize you, but maybe I would. Yeah, it was just it was a really great experience, and she was just the sweetest lady in the world. South Carolina. So I was pretty close. I'm not sure. I'm kind of impressed that I even remember that it was Carolina. But yeah, she was great, and it was a really fun experience for all three of us because she recognized Anna too, because she walked up and she's like, "Przepraszam." I immediately thought she was asking for directions because I don't know what it is about Anna and myself, but anytime we're out in public, we always get asked for directions, like almost every time. we must have this appearance that says we know where we're going and we know how to get you where you want to go. I don't know what it is. Even in America, I'm always asked for directions. But anyway, she was like, Prasham, Anna, Will? She was kind of questioning whether she knew who we were. And Anna and I, we were like, at first, I was like, where do we know you from? And my immediate assumption was it has to be somebody that Anna knows and that I was introduced to or in some way. Anna, her immediate reaction was like, are you some family member I'm unaware of? And then for Anna, it clicked immediately that it was somebody that knew us from YouTube. But for me, that did not happen until she said where she knew us from. And it was just, I still can't get over the experience because it was just so crazy to happen. And I was just, yeah, I had no words. But I have the video of about 50% of the interaction because we stood there talking for quite some time. So I didn't record the entire thing because I would have ran out of memory on my memory card anyway if I had recorded the entire interaction. But I recorded pretty much from like the very beginning to like where we started to get off topic and just talk about other random things. But yeah, so you'll get to experience that interaction with Anna and I a little bit as I recorded most of it. But anyway, that's that interaction. But yeah, I did post it on Facebook that that it happened on my personal page, not on my fan page. But it was, gosh, I still can't get over it. I'm going to be talking about that for a long time because it was just so cool. It really makes you feel famous. I don't have another word for it. All right, let's see here. I think I'm going to blend this out and then start working in the texture. Actually, no, I lied. Let me see here. I think I have, yeah. I'm going to darken up my stem a little bit with this black. Switch over to the polychromos black really quick. There we go. And let's see. I'm gonna work on the leaf just a bit. Yes, I'm officially famous now. People recognize me in public. It's crazy. I wonder, well, I only have 11,000 subscribers, so I don't think it would happen very often, if at all, if I was, back in the United States. But what else? So the fact that it happened in Poland blows my mind because 11,000 people, that's not a lot. That's really not a lot. But for me to run into somebody that knows my channel so well in the middle of a city I don't live in, like, just the odds of that are just so crazy. They're just crazy. I just can't get over it. Okay, so you moved. Okay, yes, fingers crossed that you get your new apartment. Yeah, you'll have to keep me updated on the situation so that we can plan a trip to Finland. I would love to come to Finland. Any country I've never been to, I'm super excited to visit. I love visiting new countries. So for my leaf here, basically my technique is to, instead of drawing in the stems with color, what I'm doing is I'm actually just coloring around them with a darker color to create that negative space to create the stems rather than draw them in individually. Just kind of doing little triangular shapes here and there. Trying to add a little bit of technique and tutorial discussion to this live stream. Just a little bit. Oh, and another cool thing that's YouTube related that happened to me yesterday, actually. So I've mentioned it a few times. I've gotten quite into playing Magic the Gathering, and every Sunday I go and I play tournaments, Magic the Gathering tournaments at a card store here in Katowice, and it's just a really fun way to kind of break away from the studio and get out a little bit, and also give me a chance to like meet some people and make some friends. And so one of the people that I play Magic the Gathering with regularly, we were talking a couple weeks ago, and I mentioned that I play Magic the Gathering online, and he also played, so we exchanged screen names on there and connected on Magic the Gathering online. We haven't played yet on there or chatted on there or anything, but he noticed my name on Magic the Gathering online is Unmask Art. So if you play MTGO, you can find me on there, Unmask Art underscore or Unmask underscore art. And he saw my name and he was curious, and so he decided to Google Unmasked Art to see what the deal was, and he came across my YouTube channel and watched some of the videos and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. He mentioned it yesterday, and I just thought that was really cool that he came across my channel organically like that, as opposed to me, going to the shop and being like, oh, I'm a YouTuber or blah blah blah. Because I almost never do that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with being vegan. Like I don't introduce myself as, hi, I'm Will, I'm vegan, but I don't do that. I almost never really talk about being vegan or really talk about being an artist unless people specifically ask or offer me food. But yeah, I don't know, I just tend not to do it, I guess. No particular reason, I just don't do it. But yeah, it was just cool that he found my channel and he watched it and thought it was cool and things like that. Alrighty, now I think I'm ready to blend. I think I'm going to blend out now. So I'm going to grab my paint thinner here. After I blend this, I'm going to open up that box. So for some of you that weren't here, I got a box in the mail and I'm going to open it up. I'm going to open it up in a minute. Next summer, yeah, that's totally cool. Yeah, I look forward to it. Well, next, I'm also trying to finally visit my family back in the United States, because it's been over a year now and I severely miss them, and there's just so much going on in their lives, and I hate seeing it through a screen on Facebook. My sister and my brother both had babies in the past month. My sister Christine sold her house, moved into an RV, and is basically going to be traveling the United States with her husband in an RV. There's so much going on in my family's life right now. It kind of sucks to be away, to be so far away from them and not really have financial chances to go see them whenever I want. So hopefully if not in the winter, next summer, I hope to make a trip to the United States. And if my sister, isn't busy during the time, then we might, travel around with the RV or something like that. So hopefully maybe visit some cities in the United States where a few of you are and meet up for dinner or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. I know I have a few people that live in the London area or the UK, and I was there for a few days, a couple of times this past year, and met one of my subscribers, or well, technically two of my subscribers, but yeah, that was cool. So hopefully when I do visit the United States, I'll get the chance to meet a few of you. I think that would be really cool to do like a meetup and just have dinner or something like that. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Yeah, I'd love to come to South Carolina. I'm trying to think if I have any family that lives in South Carolina. I had an aunt that lived in Georgia, I think. I'm trying to think. No, I'm thinking Virginia or West Virginia. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have some family there in West Virginia, but maybe not North Carolina. It's hard to keep track. I don't know where any of my family lives. Like my aunts and uncles and things like that. Haven't seen any of my aunt and uncle for many, many, many years. I think about a decade or so. Alright, I'm going to blend out this leaf here. Try to get rid of some of this grainy pencil texture, which I think I mentioned before is surprisingly easy on this paper. I was kind of shocked by how easy it is to get rid of to blend out that pencil grain on this Magenta Touch paper, because it's so texturized, that sanded gesso paper. I thought that it would be a lot harder to get rid of that textured look, but it's actually easier to get rid of the pencil texture than cotton paper. Alright. Not too much else left to do with this apple. I'm going to add some of the final highlights along with some more of the texture. But for now, let's open up this box. See, I can zoom out a little bit. Alright, so I'm just going to set it there. So like I said, most of you probably are already aware of what this is. I've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. And Wendy already mentioned it in the live chat. Oh, okay, well, you'll have to let me know if you move. Da 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 da. Yay, it's here. So here's my new pencil sharpener. I don't know why it took forever for it to get here. It's like 2 weeks late. I ordered it forever ago from Amazon, and it took so long. And they didn't have the color I wanted. They have this pencil sharpener in a few different colors, and I wanted black, and they didn't have it. Okay, let's see here. Why does this look broken? Okay. Why does this feel so broken? Okay. I've never used this pencil sharpener before. It doesn't even look like a pencil can go through. Huh. Oh my, what the heck is going on here? Okay, those look like they're supposed to move, but they don't. Alright, this is super interesting. I feel pretty dumb right now because I can't figure out how to get this thing to work. What is it? Okay. So I have this little wrench here, and this is to attach it to the table. So I can do that. That's cool, I guess. Okay, that goes in there. And I'm going to attach it to the table. Well, I'm not going to attach a table right now, but it's pretty easy to do that. Push the ears together. Oh, look at you, Wendy. Okay. I should just quit right now. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see here. I'm going to try the luminance pencil. Okay, so it holds the pencil pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that feels really good. Okay, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Oh my gosh, look at that. I gotta zoom in on this. Oh my goodness, look at that point. Come on, focus for me. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. That is the sharpest point I've ever seen. Oh, that is fantastic. Now I just want to sharpen pencils. That is great. So check it. Look how awesome this is. Okay, so when I put the pencil in and I start to sharpen it, this is like spring loaded. Oh, let me zoom out. So after I put the pencil in, this right here is spring loaded. So when I sharpen it, it automatically pulls the pencil in, so I don't even have to touch it. Oh, that is just great. And it's so smooth. It's so smooth. Like I feel no pressure on twisting, so I can tell that it's not like breaking the pencil. Oh gosh. I'm just gonna sit here for the rest of the day and sharpen all of my pencils. That is just so perfect. I love also, so on the back here, I can change the way that the pencil is sharp. So let me just go to the extreme difference. So that's the super sharp, like the super sharp point. Now I'm going to take it and I'm going to have a dulled edge. So it's not going to sharpen it to a fine point. It's going to, I don't know if you can see it, maybe. So it has these different settings here. Okay, that's not working. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, so it has different settings for the pencil. All right. And it automatically stops. Okay, so it's still like super sharp, but it doesn't have a tip. So it's like flat on the face of it. That's very interesting. That is so cool. Okay. I can kind of mount it right over here. So there seems, whoa. I'm making a mess here. I don't know where it's leaking from, but I have all these pencil shavings here now. So to empty it, I just push on the back and it comes out. Okay. So I'm gonna try to attach it to my table. Yeah, it does have an auto stop. I'm gonna actually let's test out a pastel pencil. So pastel pencils are like really tough to sharpen because they're so hard. Let me grab one. All right, so I have this super crusty pastel pencil. I have it on the dullest setting. So let's put it in here. So it has the auto stop. So when I'm spinning it right now and it's no longer doing anything to the pencil, it's just kind of spinning in place because it's no longer sharpening the pencil. And it was like super, super effortless to sharpen that pencil. It glides so smoothly. And this is the Helix brand, by the way. I don't really know many pencil sharpener brands. This was actually just the best one that I could find on Amazon that would ship to Poland. A lot of things on Amazon don't ship to Poland. It's very frustrating. And look at that. That is perfect. It's not a super sharp tip, but you don't want that with the pastel pencils anyway. That is super good. Gosh, this pencil sharpener is life-changing right now. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. And I'm gonna attach this to my table now. Okay. I'm gonna attach it to my table later. Let me clean this up a little bit. I'm so excited. It's working perfectly. Don't you just love that? When you get something and it works perfectly? All right, let's finish up some of this texture. I need to grab this. So I have this pencil extender, but I have quite a bit pencil left. So I'm gonna risk it. Now I have a pencil extender. Like a charm. Look at that. So I have, I don't know, maybe about 3.5 centimeters of pencil. And with the pencil extender, I was able to get that pencil quite sharp. Yeah, until it doesn't work, that's totally true. Alright, now I'm going to add some final touches to this apple here, including this bright highlight. And then the highlight on this side here as well. So one of the things I'm still struggling with on this apple is that my edges aren't as clean as I'd really like them to be. So that's still a little bit of a struggle here. But for the most part, the masking fluid did its job, but not quite as well as I'd hoped. Let's see here, I think I'm going to use this. There we go. Let's see, I need some brown, kind of brown. I'm going to use this green here. I'm going to use this to kind of create the reflection of the table coming up. Hello, Chrissy. Good day to you too. Very good day. I just opened up a fantastic new pencil sharpener. That is a dream come true. I don't remember how much that pencil sharpener cost, but I can tell you that I didn't buy an expensive one. I'm talking like maybe 5 or 6 pounds, like less than 10 pounds for sure. So I think I'm going to blend out one more time because I'm adding quite a bit of color here, and I think that I'm going to want to blend out some more. And I'm getting quite a bit of pencil grain texture again, so to get rid of that I'm just going to blend out. But I'm going to add a bunch of texture first. I can't get over how lovely that pencil sharpener works. Yeah, the true test is going to be Prismacolor pencils, that's for sure. I have the new set of the full set of Prismacolors now, and now that I have my pencil sharpener, I'm going to start my colored pencil course very soon. Very soon. I apologize for the delay. I know I've been talking about it forever and getting everybody super excited for the course, and I haven't got it yet because I've been waiting for this pencil sharpener for way too long, but it's coming. Coming soon to a theater near you. Alright, I think the apple's coming together quite nicely. I'm gonna take this yellow here. Bring in some of this yellow and create some texture. Bunch of little specks. So that Helix pencil sharpener is 18 US. I think I got it around 10 pounds or something like that. I'd have to check, but when I ordered it with a bunch of other stuff, so I might be misquoting what I actually paid for it, but it was probably about 10 pounds. But I know I didn't go for a super expensive pencil sharpener, and I basically had one choice, and that was that sharpener. It had good reviews, but it didn't have the color I wanted. I wanted to get it in black because it would match my desk and everything like that, but the red one is fine. I like red. Maybe I'll just use a Sharpie and color it black. But yeah. All right. I think my apple is pretty good. I'm satisfied with that. I'm going to add a bit of the... Wait, where's the black? Yeah. I'm going to take just a touch of black down here to darken this bottom part of the apple. That will help. And then maybe just a little bit of black in here to darken those values, just to give it a bit more dimension. There we go. And I think I need a little bit. Let's see, what color do I need? I'm going to try this. I need a little bit of value back here just to separate it from the front here a little bit. So I'm just going to add a touch of this color down in there. That helps quite a bit. Yeah. Let's go ahead and blend this out again, especially back in here. Get rid of that pencil grain. Soften up this texture just a little bit. Blend out that black down there. I might have added too much. You can tell I'm a bit inexperienced working on this type of paper because I did not expect the black to blend like that. The amount of black that I put on there would have never blended like that on cotton paper ever. So this is a result of my inexperience working on this type of paper. it really spread around. I'm actually afraid to blend that spot because I added a lot more black than I should have. Oh, I'll try to keep it a bit more controlled with my brush. But you can see how it's actually desaturated my colors way more than I wanted. So I might actually have to do a bit of erasing with the paint thinner here. Try to pick up some of that black. It's good for value, but not for the later layers. I think maybe I should have tried to use the black on previous layers and then went over top of it with the color a bit better. I'm going to try to spread that black out a little bit more. Hello, Vinayak. Sorry I missed your comment. I've been looking down at this apple for too long. All right, that's not too bad. I think I can fix it. I think I can repair that with a little bit of red. Just dry it off a bit. Down here it looks good, but let me try to add a bit of color over top of it. A bit of that, a little bit of this red, orange, especially around the edges. Soften the edges a little bit. There we go. Blend out that color. All right. That's a bit better. It's softened it enough, I think. I can always go in here and fix it more if I wanted, but I think it's pretty good. Maybe a bit more saturation up here and over here. There. I've been kind of loose with this whole project overall anyway, so if it doesn't look super realistic, it was never intended to anyway, because I was really just, it was all an experiment in the first place. This isn't a masterpiece or anything like that, so just a fiddling around piece. There we go. All right, let's put the blender away. I'm going to take this color here. Now this is going to be like the last little specks and texture on the apple. So I'm just going to come in here and add these specks for the skin of the apple. These little specks kind of occur all over the place, so I'm just gonna kind of put them randomly. One of the things you don't want to do though is make a pattern. So to keep it looking as real as possible. Try to avoid making the same kind of marks in a pattern shape or anything like that. Try to be as random as possible. I'm sorry if I missed something. All right. The last thing I want to do is add a bit more of a drop shadow here. So I'm just going to come right underneath the apple, sharpen that edge, and add some of this black here. Help establish that drop shadow a bit more. Just like that. Now, I don't think I'm going to bother blending this drop shadow out because it's actually going on really, really smooth. So I think I'm just going to keep it like that. Just like that. Add a little bit more black to my stem here. Try to sharpen that edge up a bit. And there we have it. So I'm going to call this done. I think it looks pretty good. Let me zoom out. Whoa. So I'm going to zoom out. Let's untape it. See how well our border stuck together because this tape is peeling up like crazy. Put my pencils away. All right. Now let's untape it. Okay, so that tape was not too friendly to my paper. As you can see, it peeled up some of the top layer of the paper here. I probably could have been a bit more delicate to peeling it up. Okay, so it's being a bit friendlier on this side. An all-day stream. I don't know about that. I'd have to know that a few more people are interested in an all-day stream. And when would I do that? My goodness. All right. Get rid of some of the... So over here, not the best edge for the tape, but I mean, if you were to frame this piece, you probably would put a masking board on it or whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, but try to get rid of that. All right, so there's the finished apple. I'll post a picture of it over on Instagram and Facebook and all that fun stuff. But overall, I think that it came out really cool looking. Now, considering this is colored pencil, it almost doesn't look like colored pencil to me. Especially this background here that we did using the textured fixative and the brush and pencil powder blender. This is really my first true experiment with the powder blender, and it was super interesting the way that it came together. The way that the colors layer back here is very almost oil paintish looking, and it looks really, really cool. And then also the wood texture here, the base layer done with the powder blender, and then some texture added on top, and using the masking fluid to kind of tape off the apple. It came together pretty well. So yeah, I'm satisfied with this. I'm really interested in applying the techniques that we've experimented through this process in the future. Let's see. We could share meals together and just hang out in good times. Well, I might be able to do streaming from my iPad. I'm not sure, but yeah. I don't know. An all-day stream? That sounds really tiring. Oh, there we go. We could do a collaborative live stream. You know, actually, I've been really wanting to do that. I would love to do a Google Hangout with somebody to do a live stream together. I think that would be awesome. It would not only give us the opportunity to kind of like cross-promote each other's channels a bit, but also we would get to speak to each other, you know, through our voices and the microphone, and then also communicate with the audience that watches. So if anybody would be interested in joining me for a live stream, I will host the live stream, the Google Hangout or whatever, on my channel, and then, you know, you can just plug your channel through, you know, my subscribers or whatever. I mean, many of you that come to the live streams, like Chrissy, Wendy, Anna, a bunch of you that come here, you know, most of you know each other and chat in the live stream and stuff like that anyway. Michael, yeah, that would be really cool to do. So quick question from Steve: did I ever show the taping method? So the taping method for my painting technique, you can find that method in 2 videos, I think. So one of the videos was the Pokemon painting that I did with my wife, the live stream that we did a couple weeks ago. I talk about the technique in the beginning of that live stream, but if you want a shorter, more way, actually no, the other one was a live stream as well. So this was a live stream that I did a couple months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, and it was how to paint a fantasy landscape. And I also discussed my painting technique, or my taping technique, in that video. But I've never done like a full just tutorial on how I do the taping technique, but I do explain it quite clearly in those 2 live streams. Michael, you're in luck, because one of the things that I'm also doing this week is I'm going to be making a video on how to live stream as an artist. I'm going to show you how I have everything here set up. I'm going to show you the software that I use, pretty much take you through the beginning stages of how I learned to live stream and how I have everything set up. It's not exactly the most budget-friendly setup that I have. I kind of have a more upgraded level, but I can certainly try to adjust it to a budget level, because actually you can live stream from your smartphone. Probably not the highest quality video possible, but it's certainly a possibility. I don't know if you're able to do Google Hangouts through that. So you would need at least a webcam of some kind, or a camcorder that allows like a USB or HDMI out into your computer that has a graphics encoder, something along those lines. But yeah, technically it took me a little while to figure out how to do the live streams, but once I got it, it's actually quite simple. So I will be doing, you have a cam and OBS. I just need to set everything up. Oh, okay. Real quick, so even though your camera shoots at 1080p, you're most likely going to want to live stream at 720. All of my cameras are 1080, but I don't try to push the limits to my live stream because it causes buffering, and I just spit on my drawing. It causes buffering and all that stuff. I'll try to cover as much of that technical side of information in the live stream tutorial. And by live stream tutorial, I mean video that I make to show you how to live stream. But I'll try to cover as much of that technical information as I can without making it too convoluted, because I want it to be simple. I want you to be able to watch the video, set your stuff up, and then start live streaming. I'll walk you through the setting it up on YouTube and setting it up in OBS, because that's what I use. I also use OBS. So so anyway, I'm done with the Apple. I'm done with this live stream for today. It was super fun. I'm glad to be back and chatting with everybody. It was super cool of you guys to show up and hang out. I hope you liked the drawing. Like I said, I'll post a picture of it here in a few minutes once I take a picture of it. You'll have to let me know what I should draw next, because I don't know what I'm going to do for next week's live stream. Maybe if I can get it set up, maybe next week I'll have a Google Hangout live stream. We'll do a live stream. Maybe Anna and I can do a live stream together, or somebody else. No pressure. Yeah. Anyways. That's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream as much as I did, but like I always say, I probably enjoy it more than you do. And tomorrow, again, for those of you that support me on Patreon, I'm going to be doing the finishing touches of the pastel capybara live stream tomorrow afternoon, my time. And then, yeah, waterfall. I gotcha. Yeah, I'll do a waterfall. And then again on Friday, I'll do another Patreon live stream. But until then, I will see you all next week. Take care. Peace.